Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I apologise for the slight delay this morning. Having some technical issues at the moment since Google upgraded, and it's throwing all kinds of issues out to me at the moment, which is a bit frustrating. Anyway, okay, let's get straight into it. We've got two earnings coming up. If you're watching me on the extra channel, we are covering Nano X Imaging. Nano X Imaging is in 15 minutes. So we are early, so you are in the right place. Please do consider subscribing and tap the like button. That would be very, very helpful. If you're here on the main channel, we are covering Nano Dimension. So we've got nanos everywhere today. Nano Dimension, NNDM, on the main channel, and on the extra channel, we are doing Nano X Imaging, which is NNOX. So let's get straight to it. As you can see, the markets are up again today. Another all-time highs again. We're now at 109,827. This rally continues, and it will continue. There'll be up and down days, but generally speaking, this is onwards and upwards until the end of the year. There's a lot to go here. So get used to many green days on the S&P 500. All right. So anyway, there's Nano Dimension where we are on the main, and Nano X Imaging is on the extra channel. I don't know what it is today about nano everywhere, but there you go. So anyway, we're up today. Today's news, let me just refresh the calendar. Let's have a little look. There's nothing major in the economic data. Tomorrow we've got the minutes, but minutes are not really a concern for me. They do concern some people. People get a bit freaked out with the minutes. Doesn't really bother me, actually. It's what we already know, but then you always get volatility. So there could be volatility tomorrow, and then it bounced back. We know where we are. That's not an issue. The big event is, of course, on Friday. We're covering it live with Fed Jerome Powell, of course. That's happening on Friday. The fear index has gone from extreme fear to fear, coming into neutral now. Things are settling down. This is great. This is what we want. We like to see it in neutral to greed, really, to be honest. Steady buying. So it's just going to slow down a little bit, but we've had huge amounts of buying recently. So we're happy with that. That's all fine and dandy as well. So no issues here at all. Let's bring in all the comments on the main channel. We got Omran. Good morning. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you here. And Dylan Wilson, good morning to you. I'm loving the green. My portfolio is up a lot today. Fantastic. That's great to hear. Awesome stuff. Let me go through all my positions, make sure we're all good. Yep, we're looking good. Fine and dandy. Over on the extra channel, if you can tap the like button, that would be great. NNOX is just 15 minutes away. We'll be starting that in a minute. We've also got some polls that you might be interested in taking part on. So here we go. I'm going to give you the links right now for these stocks that we're covering this morning. So first of all, for the extra channel, I'm going to give you the link now. NNOX, will they beat or miss? I should have put there. I put will the beat or miss. That's a typo. There's 24 votes, and we've got 66% say beat. So let me give my X account to everyone. Here we go. There is my X account in the chat. Please do go and vote on your polls. There you go. There are polls now everywhere. Go and vote on the polls. Okay. Let me put it on the screen so everyone here on the main channel can see it. That's NNOX. 66% of you say it will beat. Is it a buy, hold, or sell? 65% have said it's a beat. Let's go to NNDM now. Not so many votes, only 9 this time. 55% beat. And is it a buy, hold, or sell? 57. So it goes about the same, doesn't it? Buys and beats sort of correlate together. Kind of makes sense. Anyway, I've given you the links in the chat if you want to vote on that. that would be great. Mike has reposted. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you a lot. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's come back to the main show. I see Nano X has just gone red. Just dropped for a moment. Okay, we've got 14 minutes to go. Let me check in on the extra channel now. There you go. Let me turn up the audio. Okay. All right, we'll listen in for that in a few minutes' time. They're already playing audio, so we're all good there. Excuse me. Okay. Martyn, can you explain the CEO share buyback thing? Why are they all doing that now? Isn't that no, that's not inside trading at all. It's publicly known. What's going on is companies are buying back their own stock. It's a very bullish sign. When the stocks are undervalued and you're expecting massive growth, and you feel your capital is better allocated to repurchasing your own shares, you can do that. If you've got excessive capital, excessive cash sitting around, and the stock is undervalued and there's huge growth, it's a very bullish sign, and it's very good for the stock because they can buy billions of shares, billions of dollars worth of shares. So it's a very bullish thing. It's basically the company owning more and more of their shares. So there are less shares available. The stock goes up. It's a good sign. It's a lot of people are doing it now. So it's very, very good. All right. Let's go for all our positions. Make sure we're all fine. Checking everything. Crypto today is looking very nice today. As I said before, though, for me, it's a bit of a pointless exercise with crypto at the moment because it's just like a popularity contest. Everyone's sitting around waiting for everyone else to buy next year. And to the point of that, to me, that just seems a completely counterproductive way to invest. I want to own businesses that are making money all the time, not just sitting around waiting for a popularity contest to begin. It does seem a bit counterproductive to me, but that's just me. That's how I see it. You might disagree. Right, 11 minutes to go before the call starts on the extra channel, and then the main channel. We're covering Nano Dimension. That will start in 40 minutes. So we are ahead of the game. So once Nano X imaging starts on the extra channel, you won't hear from me until the end of the call. You'll just hear the cast itself present the earnings. All right. Okay. Let me bring all the comments here on the main channel. Yes, so far, Omran Taraki, thanks. Hi, Mike. How you doing, Mike? Yes, doing well. Zach's here. Zach, I'm going to go. I got an email from you, message about the information on the fundraiser. So I'm going to go and add the name that you said and do a little test. I mean, we are a way off yet. We haven't got 10,000 yet, but we're getting there. But so I've got plenty of time. Saves on tax too, better than paying a dividend. There you go. Yes. Hi, Malk. How's the walks going? Yes, that's true. Yeah. Getting cooler out yet? No, that starts about next week. Next week, you'll start getting cooler, we're nice. So, yeah, I'll be going for a walk today, Mike. Yep. I'll be definitely going for a walk today, Mike. Thanks for checking in on me. I appreciate it. Look at Luna, Zubair. We can't look at Luna at the moment, I'm afraid, Zubair. We have to focus on our members, and we've got 2 earnings that we're covering live right now. In 9 minutes, our first one begins. All right. You don't need to put pressure on me, Zach. I put it on myself all the time. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I'm always putting pressure on myself. Got a bit overworked actually the last couple of days, but there you go. Does anyone happen to know? I'm going to research it later. Recently, I've had some issues with the computer, and because there's always upgrades and changes to everything, and it's never a constant. It's never a constant. I'm using more memory, and I've got 64 gigs of RAM. So I've got a high spec system here, but I'm using more and more all the time. It seems just by existing, it just seems to use more and more. I want to be able to increase my application memory availability, because when I get to about, I think about 32 gigs, which, trust me, I'm at 18 gigs now just with Google open. I've got like 100 windows open. They're all active. And even though I've got memory saver on, doesn't seem to make a difference. Don't see any difference to that at all. But anyway, the point is, it used to work fine. It just seems, as we go on, applications just use more just generically, it seems. But anyway, I've got 64 gigs. I wonder if I'm able to use, I wonder if I'm able to turn up and provide more application memory. I wonder if that's at all possible. Anyway, I will research that at some point. If anyone knew the answer, you could tell me. But yeah, I'm going to look into that. I get flashes on the screen. I get all kinds of little glitches now. I didn't get. It's frustrating, you know. Anyway, I'm looking forward to NVIDIA earnings. Going to be a big day. Oh, isn't it? 8 days' time. I can't wait. It could be our biggest ever show. That could be our biggest ever show. We had 23,000 for the first flight on Virgin Galactic. But Virgin Galactic popularity has just dwindled, not just with us, with everybody. No one's watching it anymore like they used to. The interest has gone with Virgin Galactic. No one gets big numbers. But I don't know if we get 23,000. That was such a unique experience. But it'd be nice to have a couple of thousand live. I didn't get by the way, I didn't get 23,000 live during the show. That was what was viewed. I think the highest it peaked at, they call it, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word for it. It's called concurrent viewers. That's the word. Concurrent viewers was, I think, about 2,000, something like that. So I'd like to beat that. It'd be a kind of good thing. Right, okay. Welcome, everybody. We've got 5 minutes to go for our earnings on the extra channel. We're covering NNOX. If you'd like to take part in NNOX, I shall give you the link. It's the extra channel. We're live there now. There it is. If on the extra channel you quite fancy Nano Dimensions, that's in half an hour, I'll give you the link here in the chat. All right. On the extra channel, good morning, Martyn. Surface of the sun. Hot day today, around 108 today in DFW. Stay safe out there, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, it is incredibly hot where we live here. Air conditioning's going all the time. And unfortunately, we're not in a position to turn the heat in the aircon down anymore. We run it at... during the day 78, at night 77. You're supposed to run it like 68. If we did that, the air conditioning would never turn off. It would be on 24/7. Our electric bill is already huge. It would be astronomical. And we feel a bit of responsibility as well to the environment of not sitting here in a nice, cool environment where it's literally on fire outside. You know, I mean, if you want that, you shouldn't live in the desert, right? I mean... That's what I've always said to Leah. We should go and live back in England if we want to be cooler. Anyway, 3 minutes to go for Nano X on the extra channel. So I'm going to start turning the audio on now. Let's listen in. Here we go. Okay, so we're listening in. You can't hear that, hopefully. No, the microphone should cut off at that level. I'm playing the audio for everybody on the extra channel. They can't hear it either. It's muted. And we're 3 minutes to go. Expect a couple of minutes delay. That's Nano X on the extra channel. Here on the main channel, we're covering Nano Dimension, and we've got half an hour before their call starts. So we've got a bit of time. So we're all fine here this morning. Excellent. Okay. Two minutes to go. Welcome, everybody. 1 minute, 2 minutes to go now for the earnings on the extra channel and half an hour on the main. If you've just tuned in, please do tap the subscribe button and consider liking as well. Really, really helps. Yeah, we're getting glitches. Didn't used to get sort of shimmies and flashes, and I can't connect certain things. It's just, you just know. Upgrade to 190 gigs M4 Ultra next year. It's all about spending more money. I just don't think it's that, though. I've got plenty of memory here. It's the way it's used. I've got an M2 Ultra Max Studio. I mean, it's like a $5,000 machine. And the Part X value is nothing. I mean, I paid like $5,000. They want to give me like 1,090 or something. 18 gig just on Chrome is crazy. Yeah, it was a lot of windows open. I'm running everything so I can see what's going on. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? 18 gig of RAM on 100 tabs isn't even bad. No, thank you, Dylan. But it didn't used to be a problem. When I first bought the studio, the Mac Studio, it was cool. Now it seems to run hot all the time. Anyway, we're waiting now. 45 seconds to go on the extra channel. So I'm about to mute myself as soon as it begins. So listen in on the extra channel. We're about to begin your earnings for you. And please do tap the like button, share this out. I'll be back with you at the end of the call. I'm on the main channel right now doing Nano Dimension. Here on the extra channel where you're watching behind the scenes, we are watching Nano X imaging. It's about to start. We're now past the time. They're normally 1 or 2 minutes late. You can see it on the screen now. You're watching it. The moment the audio begins, I shall bring it in. They're just playing music. And on the main channel, we've got Nano Dimension. Please do tap the like button, share. And later on, there'll be analysis on this stock on the main channel. Also being uploaded, optimized audio video as well. Good morning, Sam. Please, not Chrome. Note Chrome is no more reliable. Please note Chrome is no more reliable browser. So what do you do when there are no days with earnings? Is your cyber attack sorted? I think so. There's earnings every day. I'm thinking of taking a break today, though. I'm absolutely exhausted. I've been doing 4 earnings a day, streaming live 12 hours a day, loads of videos, loads of shorts. I mean, we're growing the portfolio, we're growing the channel, but I'm exhausted. And I don't think I'll be doing any earnings tonight or tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow I've got one for Fight Channel. Okay, it might be starting now. Here we go. No, they're still talking. Normally 1 or 2 minutes late. We're now coming up to 2 minutes late. Stand by. Just refreshed it to check. Stand by here on the main channel, Nano Dimension, in 27 minutes. On the extra channel, any second now, Nano X. Charles Kahi, in computer case, look at a motherboard. There is usually open slots for memory. If not, unplug the existing and large memory. There isn't. On a Mac Studio, I don't think there's any way of upgrading it. I bought the maxed out version. Thank you, Charles. You can pick up extra at Best Buy, SIM or DRAM. In computer case, look at a motherboard. There is usually open slots. Yes, not a Mac Studio, I don't believe. Okay. We're still waiting. They're 3 minutes late now. Any moment now, we should get the Nano X imaging on the extra channel is about to begin. Waiting for the call to start. Stand by, tap the like button and share. I see we have some guests in the extra channel today. Looks like from China or Japan. Here we go. No, they're still playing audio. Normally 1 or 2 minutes late is normal. We're 3 minutes late now. The latest we ever had was 40 minutes. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're now on the extra channel. That all looks good. Okay, we'll let that carry on doing its thing on the extra channel. Here, we've got 26 minutes to go before our call begins. Thank you ever so much, everybody on the extra channel. Yeah, the memory is soldered on the Mac Studio, and not user upgradable, unfortunately. No. However, I've got 64 gigs. So how do you free up more application memory? If I'm getting issues of memory topping out at 32 gigs, if I've got 64, can I not use more for application memory? Is there a way to increase that? Anyway. So it's obviously websites now are using more memory. There's more going on, and there's definitely glitches. Last night, for the first time, I turned off hardware acceleration on Google to try to help. That didn't used to be had to be turned off. It just seems we're constantly evolving, and there's always issues. It's never well, I've got the best computer you can buy, so I should be fine. All of a sudden, it's not what it used to be. But it's a never-ending thing. Look at this, folks. We're getting the fear index coming to neutral. This is very, very nice indeed. I like it. So let's go for our positions, and you can see we're very green again today. All-time highs. 109,827. Very nice indeed. We're covering the earnings for Nano Dimension in just a few minutes' time. In fact, 22 minutes. So stand by. Welcome to all of you. Zubair, where do you see the S&P end of this year? Another 10%. Mark Dale. Oops, let me turn the sound effects on.
Dale has become a member.
Mark Dale, welcome to you, Mark. Thanks. Welcome to the family. You've now got a green badge, which means you're new. It will go to 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and then 2 year, then 3 year, get a trophy. 2 years, you can get entry into our VIP club on X. The purpose of the membership, why people become members, 98% of our live viewers are members, more than any other channel on YouTube. I'm very proud of that one thing. 98% of our live viewers are, in fact, members. It's the highest engagement of any channel on YouTube, which makes me very proud. People become members because they want to support the live shows. I don't just make videos. I go live up to 12 hours a day. On the extra channel, we're live all day. And here, I'm live. I do 3 hours, 4 hour shows, then come back another 3, 4 hour shows. And that's why people become members. So as a thank you to you, I then give back, hopefully 20 times. That's what my members say. They say I give back 20 times. So the idea is, as a member, you get many perks. First of all, if it gets busy in the show, I will go members only live stream, members only chat, members only videos. Let me just check if you're actually here with me. Not everybody becomes a member during the show. No, there you go. Mark Dale isn't even here. I'm talking to Mark, he's not even here. So I'll wait till he comes in. You have to check that. Not everybody becomes a member during the show. They become watching videos or whatever. So yeah, Mark's not here, so I'll stop all of that. Anyway, if Mark comes in, I shall certainly welcome him in. People become members while watching videos and other streams and all sorts of stuff. That's the way it goes. Right. Let's go through where we are. Everything looking good. We've got some polls running on X at the moment if you want to take part. Here are the polls. There you go. In the chat. I'll give it to everybody on X as well. There you go. Let's bring some of the comments in. RDHL, I have no idea. I haven't looked at that one this morning. Where do you see the S&P end of this year? 10-15%. I won't be selling it. I've got no intention of selling any of my positions at all. I say any of my positions, it's all the S&P, but no intention of selling anything. Let me go through all the positions this morning. So we've got the main portfolio. The S&P, as you can see, is up. Virgin Galactic up 1.75. Let's have a look at that trend now. Up 10% this week. Up 6% this month. Still trending down though. Maybe slightly reversing now. Yeah. Maybe slightly, but we've had this before. So it's too early to say if we've got a reversal. Palantir, $32 now. We still own that around about $9. Remember that? Gold. Yeah, Amazon flat. Apple down slightly. Next year Energy. Enphase. Coca-Cola. J&J. Chevron. Tesla. Rivian. What's Tesla price now? 226. It's recovered a bit. Yeah, 14% this week. Everything's trending up. That is now. Yeah. Definitely. It's up on the year now. What about the 5 year? Yeah. Starting to recover. That's good. Rivian. McDonald's. Google. Microsoft. Nvidia. 129. I see it going to 130, 140 on the earnings. 200 within 12 months. Walmart. Tilray. Robinhood. IonQ. Rocket Lab doing nicely now. Plug. Buy under 2. Rumble. Funware. Bitcoin. XRP. All right. Okay. Good morning, Stacey Bailey. How are you? Zubair, will you add any positions? No, I've used all the margin and all my cash to buy enough the S&P now to take me to $1 million. Why am I going to buy next year with money I earn next year when I can buy it today on margin for all the shares I need to get to $1 million? That's the way I look at it. That's the way I've done it. Let me have a look at. I just noticed something. I just noticed that that's not right. That scene is not right. Camera. This scene hasn't got a background, does it? Ah, there you go. It should be. Not that one. It should be that one. There you go. Thought something was missing there. So, yeah, I've basically bought all the shares and all the positions I need to get to $1 million without ever having to buy any more. That's it. I don't want to be buying next year 10, 20% up when I can buy with margin at 6%, and then the rate of growth continue and the cost of borrowing going down, which it will. That's what I want to do. So that's what I've done. I'm managing my risk perfectly. I'm not going to buy any more on margin. I'm just going to concentrate on paying it down, and I'm very happy with that. Hi, mate. I'm from New Zealand. Mark Dale. Mark is here. Mark, are you still here? We've got 15 minutes to go before the call, so I've got time to talk to you. Mark Dale. Yes. Let me just check if you are here. Are you here? Everybody, please welcome Mark Dale into the show. He's from New Zealand. Do we have any members from New Zealand? Let me go down the list. We've got 36, I think, 63 countries, isn't it? 63 countries. Let me have a look. New Zealand. Yes, we do. We do have a member from New Zealand. We do indeed. So, Mark, come back to me. I'd like to let you know about your perks and benefits as we've got 15 minutes to go before the bell goes. I will give you all your benefits now. You may already have them, but just in case. There's definitely something wrong with Google at the moment, because I can't add an account I normally had. Nope, still can't do it this morning. So frustrating. I don't know what to do about that. Anyway. Yes, I'm a moment trader. Just bought Tilray and PFE. Well, good morning to you, Mark. Thank you for being a member of the family. People support the reason why most people become members is they support the live shows. That's what keeps these shows live. But in return, I try to provide a service which I hope is the best, most honest live streaming service on YouTube TV. So we have many live members-only live streams, members-only chats, members-only videos. If you look on the homepage of the channel, if you scroll down, you'll see members-only live streams pop up. You will see members-only videos pop up all the time. You can see all of this. So things you couldn't see before. So make sure that you take advantage of all of that. You also get when I'm doing a live show, I will filter it out with members, so I answer all your questions. If you comment to any of my videos, I filter it by members. So I reply personally. I reply to every single one of my members. So I answer questions. Sometimes I answer questions in the way of videos as well. It's not always just text. I actually sometimes make replies with videos. So please do message me. Remember, it's always better to start a new comment than a reply, because it doesn't filter that way. It only filters for the first comment. So please, I don't see the replies to the replies. It's impossible to filter that way. So I'll answer all your questions. If you follow me on social media, if you've got X or whatever, I shall give you the link right now. I shall engage with you and answer your questions wherever possible. There is my X account. And here's my Instagram. All the links are below. I've got lots of promotional deals for my members as well, where you get discounts on all kinds of stuff. We have cash giveaways from time to time. You can get a birthday card on my website, martynlucas.com. Go to the all links page, sign up for the newsletter. It's not there to spam you or send you emails very often. I just do it when it's an emergency email, something really important. But also I send you birthday cards and Christmas cards. I never use the emails for anything else. It's a secure server. Also, if you become a member on Friday night on the music channel, you can have a free song. Also, the studio behind me is always set up. It takes me an extra 15 minutes every morning to set it all up, ready for birthdays. If we get birthdays in the show, I will go to the piano live on the show and celebrate your birthday. You get to keep that video as well. Also, as a member now, you can, if you want to do a $5 super chat, you can book an earnings in. You can ask me to review a stock from $1. $1 goes to the bottom of the list. Higher than that, it goes further up. I apologize that I've not done many reviews recently in the last couple of weeks because of the earnings season, but I'm going to get back onto that tomorrow. I'm going to take a break from earnings. I know I have one for Fight Channel coming up tomorrow. He's booked one in, but I'm going to take a break now from earnings and catch up with the reviews that I've not been able to do for a while. So I'm going to be doing that. All right. So there's many perks that you get. I'll give you this link here, which tells you about all your perks. We've got 10 minutes to go before Nano Dimension's earnings starts. That's why we're here this morning. And then we'll go into the main opening bell. Here is the how and why video. This will tell you all about everything. You can also call in live to the show. You can also get free scalp trading from Ed Nevius. It's provided on our Discord server. I'll give you the link to Discord. You need to set up an account. It's free, but you won't see anything until I've upgraded you on the show. All right? So there is Discord. You can either pay to be a Discord subscriber, or you can get a free plan with me just by simply setting up your Discord and then coming back into the live chat and telling me your username. It takes 10 minutes to go through the security. Tell me your username, and then I will upgrade you, and then you'll see everything. You can call into the show, provide links to the show. You can be a part of the research family, all kinds of stuff. All right? That's just some of the perks and benefits of being a member. Good morning, Stacey. Yes, it's crazy. Made my daily visit to Charlotte May weddings today. I love it. They must be getting views. They must be ranking up. Absolutely, 100%. They cannot not be ranking up. It would be absolutely impossible for them to not be ranking up. You're the most trusted person in stock trading I've seen on YouTube. Thank you very much. I mean, that's the aim. I'm not here to pump and dump stock. I'm not here to promote stock. I'm here just to tell you the truth. I want to be known for being the most honest person on YouTube TV. I mean, that's why I'm here. That's what I do. Let me just adjust that. I think I'm going to make that go up there. That look better there. There we go. Should I put it there? I'll put it there. I keep adjusting these things. Hi, Michael. That was a very nice comment, Mark. Love it. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, it's not hard to be honest, though. I think people lie and they scheme because they're either selfish, greedy, and I've got enough. That's basically it. And also, I think people lie because they are insecure. And if they lie, it makes themselves feel more important. Maybe. So I think it's easier just to tell the truth, honestly. I don't think it's amazing or great. I just think it's easier. If you just go around lying all the time, I mean, especially when you're live 12 hours a day, I mean, everything I say, everyone hears everything I say. Can you imagine? I mean, yeah, it's all recorded. People could play it back and go, he said this, he said this. I make mistakes. I change my mind sometimes. Not very often I change my mind. My opinion doesn't change that much. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if I just started making up stuff for the benefit of myself, I mean, it's all pretty much anyone could see, it'd be pretty pointless, wouldn't it? Yeah. Anyway. Studio One. Studio One is using more of my processes now than Ecamm Live is. That's interesting. Things are definitely changing. The system's definitely changing. Anyway. Whatever. We're just 5 minutes ago. People are listening into the call on the extra channel. They're listening to Nano X. And here on the main channel, we're doing Nano Dimension. How about that? And we've got 7 minutes to go before it begins. You went to war, but good choice to abort. What's that? Hi, Martyn from Perth. Your portfolio is looking great. Go green. Daniel, hi, Martyn from Perth, Australia. Excellent stuff. We got a comment here, been deleted. What was it? Yeah, we don't have political slanging matches, Dan. It's not a channel for that. We have discussions about it, then it's different, but it's not relevant to the show right now. It's not a relevant thing. You went to war, but good choice to abort. What do you mean, Mark? Who went to war? Martyn, you have 7,000 views on your short video on buying Texas. Oh, do I? Which one's that? Didn't even see it. Mike, can you send me a link of that? Which one? Buying Texas. Oh, hang on. I can have a look. I've got 5 minutes. I'll have a look. 7,000 views. Bloody hell. So it'll be on the shorts. Shorts. Buying Texas. Most popular. It was called Buying Texas, was it? Let's have a look. Latest. Did it say Buying Texas on it? Let's have a look. Oh my gosh, I make so many shorts. Nvidia, Amazon, Bitcoin. Buying Texas. Did I put Buying Texas on the screen? 7,000 views. Let's have a look. We've got 5 minutes to go. You're not going to miss anything, guys. Buying Texas. Wasn't that the TPL stock, wasn't it? You might have to send me the link for it. I can't. There's so many. I could probably I could search buying Texas, couldn't I? I don't know how far to go back. Yeah, I've probably gone too far. I don't know. I make so many, it's hard to know. I might need you to let me search up here. Martyn Lucas. Oops, Martyn Lucas Investor buying Texas. Buying Texas. Will it search for shorts? I don't know. Let me search filters. Filters. I don't think I can search shorts. Buying Texas. No, I don't think I'm going to find it quickly. I will find it if I look eventually, but if you could give it to me, that would probably be easier. I'd be interested to know. Okay. Let's have a look. But good choice to abort. I'm not sure what you mean about that. A lot of people are waiting for someone to make a mistake to get him. Sad people. What's going on here? I missed all this. I sold 2 sheet t-shirts. Oh, you went to war, but good choice to abort. Oh, going to war. Oh, yeah. I got tired of it. Mark, I got tired of it. I realized that people that want to follow Omar, a convicted gambler, and lose all their money on FFIE, let them do it. Let them do it. They want to do it, let them do it. It doesn't matter. Meet Kevin Graham Stepan, always predicting the end of the world, saying doom and gloom, the markets are going down 60%. Let them do it. If people want to watch that, that's fine. Do what you want. It's up to you. It's your life. I thought it was good to try to help people and tell people that's not happening and that's not true. I understand history. I went all the way in history. Meet Kevin has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to history and wars. He talks rubbish. But you know what? Let him do it. He's a human being. He wants to talk about something like that and mislead people. We're here to be honest. If you find us, you'll find us. If you don't, you don't. I ain't got time for it. You know, life's too short. I tried, but it didn't. It doesn't get you anywhere. You know, people that want to hate. People that want to be ignorant are ignorant. You know, you can't fix stupid, can you? Right. Okay. Nano Dimension. Oh, hello. Why is that just refreshed there? Let me do that again. Oh, here we go. It's not started yet. We're just waiting for it to begin. Okay, looks like they might have a bit of a slideshow going on. Okay. Right, Nano Dimension, we're listening in. A few seconds to go. They'll probably be a couple of minutes late. Over on the extra channel, we're doing Nano X. Here on the main channel, we're doing NNDM, Nano Dimensions. Here we go. I'm just listening to the audio. You can hear it keep popping in. I keep muting it. I don't want any copyright flags. So stand by. Okay. While we're waiting, we've got just a couple of seconds to go. I'm going to give everyone now this fantastic Seeking Alpha deal. $25 off, free trial. You cannot get that any other way. If you just go to Seeking Alpha, you pay full price and you can't get a free trial. With me, you get this deal and Alpha Spread. I know the C the CEO personally of Alpha Spread, and I've got the best deal for seeking alpha. That's why I'm bringing it to you. There you go. That's what I use all the time. Still playing music on Nano Dimensions. Mike gave me the link. There you go. Let's... that one there. Now you can own Texas. This one here. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. I'll go and check that out later. Anyway, let me come back to... Whoops. How did I open it twice? Right, here we go. Still playing music. Thank you, Mike, for that. Nano Dimensions, just waiting for the audio to stop playing music. 2 minutes late now. Stand by. Any moment now. Still playing audio. Just bear with me. Yeah, 7,500 views. Now you can own Texas. Isn't that funny? 34 likes. 1 comment. Bizarre. Thanks for sending it in though, Mike. Appreciate it. Still playing audio. They're over on questions already on the main channel. On the extra channel. So that they'll be joining us soon. Still playing audio here. I'm listening in. Still listening in. We're just waiting for the call to begin. Still playing background music. Please bear with us. Nano Dimension. My overall portfolio is right on the line between red and green. So we'll just leave ourselves green for the minute. Here we go.
Yael Stern.
Welcome,
CEO
everybody.
And member of the board of directors. Tomer Pinchas, CFO and COO. And Julian Letterman, VP Corporate Development. Before we begin, may I remind our listeners that certain information provided on this call may contain forward-looking statements, and the safe harbor statement outlined in today's earnings press release also pertains to statements made on this call. If you have not received a copy of the press release, please view it in the Investor Relations section of the company's website. A replay of today's call will also be available on the Investor Relations section of the company's website. Yael will begin the call with a business update, followed by a question and answer session, at which time the management team will answer questions. If you wish to join the question queue, you may press star then 1 on your telephone keypad. I would now like to turn the call over to Nano Dimension's CEO and member of the board of directors, Yael Stern. Yael, you may begin.
The name is Yoav, and I hope people by now know me, but I've been twisted before. Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, taking off your time in the beginning of the day. It's a quarter that is a very strong quarter, the best quarter we have ever, even though we had a strong quarter, only similar quarter last year. We're still about 2% above that, and which we're proud about. We have gross margins that are up to 45%. The adjusted gross margins are similar to last year on a half a year, on a quarterly. On a half a year, they're up. On a quarterly, they're a bit down, but negligible. And profits is our cash burn was down 64% from $31 million cash burn down to 11. And this is a result of a turnaround and reduction of expense plan that we implemented in the first quarter of this year, not because we don't have the cash to fulfill our business plan for the next 4 years, but because we believe a business plan and a business model should lead to positive cash flow as fast as possible. And we are 64% on the way there. We also have some business updates, which somewhat repeating what I've said, what we announced before, but are very important. Announced that acquisition of Desktop Metal, innovative additive electronics products, an integrated inspection system, and the digital printing partnership between GIS and ESCO Graphics and Fury we announced before, and it's very, very important as we integrate all our product lines into the wider industry. If you watch now the customer highlight slides, is the next one. I kind of brought up here just a couple of names from 2 of our product lines. The reason why I didn't bring many, many more names is we are not allowed to, because many of our customers are sensitive to publishing their names. Some of them are in the space industry, some of them in the defense industry, some of them are in other industries like computer, which are major players in the computer industry, but they don't want their name to appear. So I can just tell you that we, beyond these 2 new customers that are here that came this quarter, we have already close to 10, between 6 to 10 Western armies, which are customers of ours, between 5 to 7 3-letter agencies, secret service agencies, 3-letter agencies as they call them, around the world, only Western, that are customers of ours. We have some serious, from the largest defense contractor around the world, probably 4 or 5 of them are our customers, not to speak about Hensoldt from Europe, from Germany, which is our joint venture partner in a mutual investment. So we are slowly appearing now on the forefront of every industrial chosen group of customers. If you're looking at the slide of creating an efficient Industry 4.0, this is a very important slide. Not so much because of the data that appears there, which is the data of our company over the last, between 3 years to last year, but because of the title. Efficient Industry 4.0, ladies and gentlemen, we are not in the additive manufacturing industry. We are aiming, and we will be, and we'll show you that, to be in an Industry 4.0. The reason is we believe additive manufacturing is not an industry. Additive manufacturing is a pile of technologies. The industry we are in is an industry where we manufacture machines which are digital and converting the regular and traditional industry into a digital Industry 4.0. As an example, if you take a very advanced CNC machine, computer numerical control, it used to be numerical control before they was called computer numerical control. These are also digital machine for the industry. And it's also edge device, and it's also creating an end result product, except it's doing it to reductive technology, not additive technology. But in our vision, this is a part of one industry, and as we grow and expand, you will see that we will start to be a player not only in additive manufacturing technologies. That's very, very important. One of the reasons for that is the additive manufacturing industry is, again, I shouldn't call it an industry, I should call it a pile of technologies, is considered to sell about $15 billion a year of products and machines. But out of the $15 billion, probably 12 to 13 are people who are using the machines and selling products by using those technologies. $3 to $4 billion is the people who manufacturing the machines, not only manufacturing, doing the R&D and developing the technologies and manufacturing the machines. So 2/3 of the market, or 75% of the market, are people who do not invest in R&D and do not build machines and do not manufacture materials. And sure enough, look at the economy here. The people who manufacturing products using our machines are making money, and 95% of the people who manufacture and developing the machines and the materials are losing money. That's not a normal circumstance, not a normal situation, cannot hold water. That's the reason our portion of the industry, the machine developers and makers, has to consolidate. And you can get an example if you look years ago into the aviation industry, when there were many manufacturers of aircrafts, I'm speaking about commercial aircrafts, and the people who are flying them. The analogy is the manufacturer of the aircrafts are us, the machine manufacturers, and the airlines that fly them are the users who manufacture products. And the airline products, before regulation, was profitable, and the people who manufacture the products actually enabled them were losing money. And there were many of them. Who remembers the name Comet, and who remembers Douglas and McDonnell and McDonnell Douglas? Today, everybody consolidated, and in the commercial airline industry, you have two manufacturers, Airbus and Boeing. And that would enable them to become profitable because they realized early in the game all the rest of the players could not survive on their own. That is what's going to happen in our industry. I'm not sure it will be reduced down to two. I think it'll be ending up more, but definitely not 350 companies manufacturing machines that everybody and every one of them, 95% at least, not making money. The next slide, which is the acquiring of Desktop Metal slide, is one of our first steps. It's not our first step because we consolidated before. We did 7 acquisitions before Desktop Metal, but those were smaller acquisitions, and we waited for a long time for the big ones to come because prices were totally out of whack and totally unacceptable. Desktop Metal, if you read their proxy statement, going for a shareholders vote for this deal, described the process that we went with them in acquisition. We gave them 9 proposals over the last 2 years to acquire them. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 proposals. The last proposal, which is the one they took, is the lowest proposals of all the 9. Think about it. Traditionally, when you bid for a house and you don't get it, you increase your price until you get it. Well, here's the opposite. We reduce the price on every new proposal that we make because the market shrunk in valuations because the companies did not make money and were not growing at the right pace. So we waited for this moment in time to start the acquisitions of the larger companies. The next slide is a map or a graph that shows you where do we believe we are positioned or will be positioned once we close this acquisition with Desktop Metal. And, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't finish the acquisition trail. Even with Desktop Metal, it takes us from being a $60 million, $60, $70 million company to being a $230 million overnight. And it positions us in the high growth potential and with the broadest technology portfolio. But all these are just sub-level drivers that has to drive a business model into profitability. The next slide discusses how, a little bit points of interest, how we develop a premium high margin portfolio of additive manufacturing materials. And as I mentioned earlier, you'll see us venturing out into digital Industry 4.0. It's not necessarily going to be only AM. So AM is just one of the tools for digital Industry 4.0. And you see here, we believe software and AI is the major driver after materials in this industry. and we're focusing on R&D efforts on that. Next slide discusses the reason, actually, if you wish, that we believe that the merger with the Desktop Metal is such a good transaction for us. You see in the middle, you see the overlap of distribution go-to-market. The verticals that we all go after are 80% overlapping, and there are a little bit non-overlapping, which is our PCB and electronic business, and their dental and consumer product business. All the rest is overlapping. You see on the right side a list of impressive customers. By the way, many of them are customers of both of us. And on the left, it gives you a little bit of a taste of the kind of solution and variety of solution we apply toward the segment where we can get into mass manufacturing and mass production. I should say the mass is a little bit misleading. It's not mass in so much as manufacturing 40 million remote control TV pieces a year. We're not going to get there. We're talking about medium volume and high amount of designs. So where any industry that needs, digital industry, that needs to change a lot of their product lines, and the product lines are not manufactured in millions, but they're manufacturing in a lot of variety of designs, that's where we will play a major role. It's called high mix, low volume. Lastly, some acquisition details. We published it before, but just to remind you, it was this quarter, so it's worthwhile mentioning. We acquired 100% of Desktop Metal. It's an all-cash transaction. People ask us, why won't you pay with shares? The answer is two. One, our share is undervalued. By far, I'm not talking about undervalued being 2.2 to 2.8 to 3.5. We believe it's undervalued in hundreds of percent. And using the share when it's undervalued, it's obviously dilutive to our shareholders, and moreover, it is also a fact. I'm sure you remember that we bought our shares ourselves because they were undervalued, just because it made sense to have less shares and then more earnings per share when earnings come up, and more value per share. And the reason why I think you don't see it yet in the share value is because the whole corner of this industry, or the whole corner that's called this industry, is getting very bad attitude from the market because of the rest of the companies that reduce their values dramatically and spend all their cash. That's the reason we're buying them. But it will change. Total consideration is between 135 and 180. Depends on certain formula. It's expected to close in the end of the year, and the closing condition is mostly finishing the regulatory approval process with the American authorities, and getting a shareholders vote, positive shareholders vote by Desktop Metal shareholders, and it's in process right now. This is the point where we'll apply to you to ask questions, and hopefully we'll be able to answer them. Operator, please. Operator?
Pardon me. We'll now begin the question and answer session. To ask a question, you may press star then one on your telephone keypad. If you're using a speakerphone, please pick up the handset before pressing any keys. To withdraw your question, please press star then two. At this time, we will pause momentarily to assemble our roster.
Please tap the like button and share this out.
The first question
we will be
is
going
from
to
Troy
the main
Jensen
show
with Cantor
after this.
Please go ahead.
Hey, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my questions here. I guess, Yoav, first to you. Good morning. Good afternoon. Just felt like the message this quarter was much more, robotics and AI and software driven than it has been in the past. Is that correct? Did I feel like there was a kind of notable tone change in kind of the direction of the consolidation that you guys want to pursue?
Yeah, we believe that what will sell all of our machines, and I'm talking now about all, including Desktop Metal and others that we are negotiating and talking about M&A, is the software. And the analogy, if you wish, Troy, is think about you developing your product, which is the paper, the analysis with the spreadsheets and with the Word.
Yep.
You're totally focused on the software that enables you to do that. I don't think you know the name of the printer you have in your office. The software is driving your tool to manufacture your product, not the hardware.
Yep. All right. Understood. And kind of agreed. I get it. And then how about just like your thoughts on then growth in additive versus growth in kind of your robotics markets? When you think about kind of the next 12 months in front of you, is robotics the area that's driving growth, and you're assuming less in additive, or any extra color would be great.
I believe that in robotics automation and what we call Industry 4.0, and be it electronic,
stand by.
additive electronics, or even be it other,
Stand by, everybody on Extra.
In other segments, we believe that
Okay, everybody on Extra, stay right where you are.
Dramatic.
I'm going to bring you now automatically to the main channel. I'll give you the link and it'll automatically come. Just stay right where you are. Stand by.
15% a year. It's much more established, and we like it that way. The growth in additive manufacturing is now and would be and should be specific to segments of the additive manufacturing. We believe segments of metal additive manufacturing will see much higher growth once the fitting formula for materials and materials for the printing and material for the end result product are working together well, and we already see it happening. And secondly is what I mentioned here before, a very serious drive of growth in the additive manufacturing section of digital Industry 4.0 is the software and the application that is enabling people to seamlessly design and send into printing without having to deal with different standards, and every company has its own design tool, and the design tools do not fit another company. That needs to change, and it changed historically in the software industry, for instance, for PCs. It all changed, and it will change here and drive growth.
Right. Maybe, yep, understood. And it's, maybe if you think about the next 12 months, do you think you're going to just be more focused on the integration of Desktop Metal, or do you think we'll hear a couple more acquisition tuck-ins? And I know you don't know for sure, but just some thoughts would be helpful. Thank you.
I think in the next 12 to 24 months, we will be focusing on both integration of the Desktop Metal and adding more acquisitions within the limit of our management capability to swallow it. Because one of the things you have to remember, and just to make sure you're not becoming a deal junkie, is the acquisition is exciting, but the merger is what makes it profitable. So we're carefully negotiating with 3-4 other companies. We're not going to do all of them. Again, depending on the size. If they're very small and we just acquire them because of specifics, okay. But if they're larger and the size of Desktop Metal, we'll be very careful, but we're talking to some of them.
Understood, guys. Thanks for all the time, and good luck going forward.
Thank you, Troy.
The next question is from Catherine Thomas with Edison. Please go ahead.
Hi, Ove. It's actually Catherine Thompson. The first question, I believe that you've got teams already working with Desktop Metal to pull together integration plans for post-completion. Is there anything you can say about that process and how that's been going?
Yeah, the process is called, or we're calling it PMI, post-merger integration. And the way we run this process is we have teams from both companies working on a daily basis, both meeting in the same location. Both headquarters are in Boston, so it's going to be relatively straightforward to merge it. But the teams are working together, all management teams and on all management levels, to plan. Why do I say to plan? Because formally we can start to run the combined company one day after the closing of the transaction. So before that, we cannot run Desktop Metal. The Desktop Metal is run by a management team. But I want to tell you something. We discovered, as we get to know each other, that the management team in Desktop Metal is excellent. They're going to be integrated with our management team, and they're going to make decisions together starting the day after the day of closing. And meanwhile, the PMI, the post-merger integration process, is a planning process, very, very, very detailed. So when we hit the ground upon closing, we hit the ground running. And it works very, very well between the two teams.
Great. And then kind of on a similar topic, you mentioned the timetable to get to completion. Could you just give us a little bit more detail on kind of the rough timings for the different regulatory approvals?
Yeah, there's two regulatory approvals traditionally that are taking some time. One is Trudino, which is the regulatory agency that makes sure that when in any merger you don't have monopolies created. That's not an issue between us and Metal because we don't have, while we do have overlapping products, so there's no, and non-competing products. So there's no issue. It's more, we believe it's more formality. And then the CFIUS, which is the agency that look at every merger and acquisition nowadays between an American company and a foreign company to make sure the American industries are not taken over by unfriendly, call it, national industries from all kind of places. It's not including us. We're from Israel, which is very close and very friendly. So we believe this will be passing as well without major issues.
Okay, and then one final question. I see that you bought back, I think, about $8 million worth of shares in the quarter. Are you still continuing to buy back shares, for the rest of the year?
We have an additional close to $150 million allocated and approved by the court in Israel and by our board to buy more shares. We're buying or not buying based on a decision that is partly connected to the price of the share, partly connected to not having inside information because that prevents us from buying when there's certain important events happening and the public doesn't know about it. So there's many variables affecting the buying of shares, but we do have allocation and we do have the permission to buy, and we'll do it as we see fit in the next few quarters.
Great. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Once again, if you have a question, please press star, then 1. The next question is from Saul Zelman with Jerry Care. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Yoav. Good morning, team.
Morning.
Good afternoon. So again, thanks for the great presentation. I actually just came back myself from Boston, so it would have been great to see you guys. But all good. We'd love to see what you guys are doing. And I trust that you guys are working diligently on that post-merger. Thank you for sharing that timeline for the integration with Desktop. And you have my support rooting for your the smooth process and success. I do have two questions on this. Slightly different, but along the same track. First one is, you touched on it, that over the last, I guess we'll call it last couple of years that you put in the various bids, the valuations of 3D companies haven't been pushed lower in the general market. And that's, according to my humble opinion, it's based on the market opinion that their disbelief of any meaningful recovery. So, in your opinion, what kind of gross margin would indicate dynamic change in the business and provide sustainability for the future of the 3D industry? I mean, just looking at the most recent press release, you have it currently at a margin of 45%. Would you be happy with a number of 60%? And that's the dynamic change, or would you feel that it would have to be a much stronger, robust number to indicate that? That's question number one. Question number two is along the lines, like you had said, we're not going into M&As per se just to have do the acquisition. It's part of the integration to make sure that you're buying companies that you can actually make money with. It looks like Nano vacated the poison pill litigation on Stratasys. Is that an indication that there's no longer an interest in pursuing that Stratasys buyout? And if that's the case, why not officially end the $16.50 offer from last year, as it's just causing the overhang on the stock?
First one, the company like ours has few product lines, and as I told you, when we get into Industry 4.0 and we're dealing with, for instance, robotics, electronic additive and construction, those are more traditional industries. They can live with 45% easy, even with 40% gross margins. If you're dealing with new technologies like we have in our electronics, manufacturing of electronics, and in now with all of this of metal, we must have, and you're right, getting close as possible to 60%. And as you see, our gross margins is improving, and we have now a very, very big and serious work on the acquisition of Desktop Metal to increase their gross margins. So the combined, not for the whole company, but for whatever we have 15 to 18% investment in R&D, we must have 60% gross margin, because otherwise we will not have enough margin for profits. So your number was right. As much as the second question, Stratasys. The investment in Stratasys is strategic. I announced it when we did it in June, if I remember right, of 2022. If I remember right, let's give or take when we did it, or the end of 2022. And the offer to buy Stratasys is obviously not going to be executed with the number that was there from half a year ago. It's irrelevant by now. But the thinking that there's a strategic relationship between us and Stratasys, and those strategic relationships can evolve moving forward, is definitely there. We didn't give it up at all. We believe it's totally there. The relationship today with Stratasys management is very friendly, contrary to last year. We gave up the takeover, and we believe everything that we'll do with them should be based on how we understand each other today, and we do very well. Yoav, Zayf, and myself are talking regularly, so wait for future news. When the time will come, I believe there's a strategic cooperation due between two companies like that. And we will be already a leader, like they are a leader in photopolymer. We are a leader in metal, electronics, and others. So it's a good potential for cooperation.
I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This concludes the question and answer session. I'd like to turn the conference back over to the company for any closing remarks.
Thank you very much. So we completed this in 35 minutes, and I appreciate your time in this early morning pre-working day in the United States. We're looking forward to speak with you soon, because we actually believe we have very interesting events in the very near future, and we hope they will be fulfilled, so we'll be able to use, quote unquote, use the excuse and have another conference calls with you to discuss issues, positive issues, and we're looking forward to that. And thank you very much for your support.
The conference has now concluded. Thank you for attending Nano Dimension's quarterly earnings conference call. You may now disconnect.
Fantastic. Stand by. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, Nano Dimensions has ended. What we're going to do, we're going to go straight into the opening bell show. So this is how we're going to do it. You're going to automatically go there as I end this stream. I'm going to give everyone the link to the main show. Main show live now. There you go. There is the main show live now. That was requested, by the way, this morning by Zach8. Zach8 wanted me to cover NNDM, so that was a special request for him. We are coming now to the end of earnings season today. There's always earnings, but the main companies are now finished. So Martyn should do a poll. We're doing a poll right now, MJ. Here we go. Do you miss the regular shows? 15 votes so far, 87%. Okay. I understand, but you have to learn about the stock market by listening to earnings. Otherwise, you've got no idea what's going on. Earnings is important. But we're now going to go over to the main show. Let me bring up my main account. As you can see, I'm breaking records again. 109,000. Will we reach 110,000 today? That would be amazing, wouldn't it? So let's go over now to the main show. Let's end this down, and we'll be on the main show. You can be waiting there if you want to, because I'm going to upload these two videos, or you can join me on the extra channel. So tell you what I'll do. I'll send everyone to the extra channel so you can stay live with me. That's probably best. Let me give you the extra channel. Here we go. This is where we're going to be live in the extra channel. That way I can keep in contact with you. We can keep the family together, talking about what's going on. And also that will give me a few minutes just to start the main show. All right, so let's send you all now to the extra channel. Here you go. Let me end the stream right now. So I'll see you back in a few minutes' time here on the extra channel now. And we can pick this up, and I'll be back as quickly as I can. So don't go away. We should, hang on a minute. Should we refresh that screen? Make sure that looks good. Yes, it does. Right, we're good. Let me just check that. Customization, yeah, to extra. Okay, you got the link. It's in the chat. It'll also take you there automatically. All right, guys, see you over on the extra channel, and I'll get the main opening bell open as quickly as possible. All right, speak to you in a minute. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.